In episode 22 of the series, 3 days pass after Ateş rescues Mercan. Ateş continues his relentless search for those responsible for her kidnapping. He calls Semel to ask whether any new footage from the surveillance cameras has surfaced. Semel replies that the investigation is still ongoing, but many of the cameras are connected to foreign servers, and they do not have permission to access them. Ateş says that no matter where those people are hiding, they will find them. He swears that he will personally punish everyone responsible. When Semel tries to calm him down, Ateş angrily asks how he is supposed to remain calm knowing that his wife was kidnapped in broad daylight and that they tried to kill her in such a brutal way. Semel responds that the kidnapper clearly turned out to be a psychopath and that the description Mercan gave, especially of the man with the tattoo, will greatly help the search. Ateş orders Semel to find the man with the tattoo even if they have to dig him out from under the ground. He says that until this man is found, he will have no peace, and until he is punished, Ateş will never forgive himself. Semel reassures him, promising that they will uncover everything today and bring the culprit to him. He then asks about Mercan's condition. Ateş replies that she is still suffering from nightmares. Semel advises Ateş to take care of Mercan and himself. Ateş says that Mercan has just woken up and that he needs to go to her. When Ateş comes to Mercan's room, he finds her once again tossing and turning in her sleep, delirious from fear. He gently wakes her. As soon as she opens her eyes, Mercan clings to him. The previous time she woke up in terror, Ateş had not dared to hug her back, but now everything is different. He embraces her tightly, calms her, and gently strokes her hair. Together, Mercan and Ateş thank fate for allowing them to be together and promise that they will never part again, vowing to stay by each other's side no matter what. Mercan then says that she wants to go to the bathroom. Ateş offers to take her, but Mercan, slightly embarrassed, says she can manage on her own. Ateş agrees and waits for her on the balcony. When Mercan comes out and sees Ateş standing on the balcony wearing only a t-shirt, she brings him a jacket and places it over his shoulders. She says she would also like some fresh air. Ateş asks her to go back inside, worried that she might catch a cold. Mercan refuses. Ateş insists again, and a sweet, familiar argument begins between them. In the end, Ateş loses. He gently picks Mercan up and carries her to bed. He sits beside her, holding her hand until she falls asleep. Kissing her hand softly, Ateş admits how terrified he was of losing her. Morning comes. Ateş sits next to Mercan and gently strokes her hair to wake her. Opening her eyes, Mercan realizes that Ateş once again spent the entire night awake beside her. Ateş suggests taking a short walk in the garden before breakfast. Mercan admits that she is afraid to go outside. Ateş tells her that the fear is not outside, but in her mind, and that as long as he is with her, he will protect her from any danger, even at the cost of his own life. Mercan says she knows that nothing can happen to her when she is with Ateş. Smiling, Ateş asks, "Then shall we go get some fresh air?" He reaches out his hand, and Mercan takes it and stands up. At the same time, the man Asli hired to kill Mercan calls her and demands a large sum of money. Asli coldly replies that since he failed to kill Mercan, she will not pay him. The man threatens to tell Ateş Karahan that it was Asli who ordered the kidnapping and the attempted murder of his wife. Asli warns him that if he does that, he will regret ever being born. The man answers that if he does not receive the money within half an hour, he will carry out his threat and then hangs up. This conversation is overheard by Müzeyyen, who enters the room. Panicked, Asli asks her what they should do. Müzeyyen tells her that first they must calm this man down. She harshly scolds Asli and orders her not to step out of her control ever again. Meanwhile, in another room, Haydar and Nurman discuss Mercan's recovery. Nurman says that Mercan has come to her senses and that Ateş is taking care of her like the apple of his eye. Haydar is irritated by her words and tells her not to speak, as if she knows Ateş so well. He declares that he will uncover all of Ateş's secrets and his true intentions, and that a great war between their family and the Karahan family is about to begin. When Haydar and Nurman learn that Ateş and Mercan will not be joining them for breakfast, they begin eating without them. Nurman notices Muzian and Asli approaching and tells Haydar that Atesh and Merkan decided to have breakfast separately. Muzian asks Zara where Atesh and Semel are. Zara replies that Semel left early in the morning and that Atesh and Merkan are having breakfast in the garden. Outraged, Muzian says that Atesh never behaved this way before, that family breakfasts were almost sacred to him, and that it was Merkan who changed everything. Nurman calmly responds that Atesh and Merkan are husband and wife, and if they wish to spend time alone, that is perfectly natural. She adds that Muzian will have to wait a long time before seeing Atesh again at the family table, and that this is only the beginning. At these words, the faces of Muzian and Asli darken. With irony, Nurman says she has lost her appetite and suggests that instead of sitting there, it would be better for Muzian to go outside and look at Atesh and Merkan's happiness and enjoy it. Haydar says that he will go with her, and together they leave.